Today, I'm going to show you how to detail the exterior of your car. I have a 2008 Nissan Frontier, and we're going to freshen up the paint. Now, this is an old truck. It's a 2008. I'm going to zoom in, and you can see all these kind of black flakes on the paint. Some of that is just road debris, and other bits of it are just missing paint. So we can touch the paint up too, but today I'm just going to take off all that excess road debris. So the first thing I use is dish soap, and I wipe down the car. You could use a power washer, but I'm doing this section at a time, so I'm just going to hand wash the car. Normally you wouldn't want to use degreasing dish soap, but since we're going to be re-waxing in this process, it's okay. Get a nice good clean on it. So again, you can kind of see all those flakes. Hopefully we're gonna get some of them off. So I got this clay bar kit from Walmart for $20. It just includes some lubrication for the clay bar and 3 clay bars. So we take the clay bar, we rip it in half because it's big and we need to use a lot of it. And we just spray the lubricant that came on with it. You could use the soap and water, but this came with a special kind. And we just rub every square inch of the paint slowly and lubricating as we go to make sure that you're not rubbing a dry spot, it's a wet spot, and slowly but surely that road grease and grime comes off the truck. You just literally got to keep doing it over and over again. A lot of force on your fingers. After you've done it for a while, you can see the debris starts to collect in the clay bar, so just stretch it out a little bit and fold it over to get a nice cleaner spot, and it starts to clay bar a little bit better again. So you just keep working at it, and you only get out of it what you put in. So if you have a really bad section, as you can see, it's really bad near the bottom of the car because that's close to the road. So we're going to get a lot of this off. It's going to take a while. I probably spent 15 to 45 minutes on each panel just with the clay bar. So after a long session of using the clay bar, just clean it off one more time because it did release quite a bit of dirt. So we take that and we just wipe it down with a towel. Again, you probably should be using a microfiber towel, but since we're going to be applying polish and wax, it's okay to just use a normal towel for this. You could be scratching the paint, but it's really old already. We just want to freshen it up. So this is after clay barring. As you can see, some of the paint specks are still missing because it needs paint, but all the road grime is gone and it's smooth to the touch. That's how you know you did a good job, because it was rough. Then after the clay bar, it's smooth. So the next step we're going to do is polish the paint. With it clean, after the clay bar, you just put a couple dots of polish, paint polish, and then we spread it out. I'm just dabbing it, and then I'm going to rub it in. And you just want to keep going until most of the swirl marks are gone. And I'm just using the same rag that I applied it with, and I'm just trying to rub it in as much as possible. Eventually, the microfiber towel that I'm using is kind of saturated. It's not really doing anything more. So I take a more clean one, and I keep this one more for later, and I just finish it down, and I rub it really hard and everywhere a bunch of times, and that's pretty much going to finish up the polish. And now this towel isn't as bad. So for the final coat, we take the wax, and this wax, we spread it out. It's green, so it's really easy to see, and then you just rub it around everywhere. Same thing with the polish, but you don't got to rub it in as hard because you actually want it to stay on the surface for a couple minutes. And when you're applying the wax, make sure you're not in the sunlight. You can see this hazing, it's thick down there, but there's this light hazing on it. That's good. Show it to you one more time. There's the thick wax, and then the hazing more on the upper part right there. See it? And you just then, after a couple minutes of just sitting there, you just rub it down with another clean microfiber towel and just keep buffing it out until everything is kind of smooth and there's no more product on the paint. And you're really left with a nice finish that beads the water really nicely. So we'll zoom in and just kind of show you. Like I said, I didn't do a paint correction, but man, this surface, it looks so much better. It's so much more reflective, and overall just looks like a newer truck for being built in 2008, 2007.